Yeah, so hello students. Let us study about heart in earthworm. So earthworm is from phylum Annelida and it has got a closed circulatory system. It has got a closed circulatory system. And although we are writing this as heart, whether this is a heart or not is very doubtful. Because in most cases this is regarded as only as arches that are tubular and slightly muscular in order to take the blood from dorsal to the ventral. The second feature, so first of all, although we are studying this as heart of earthworm, it is doubtful whether most biologists don't consider this to be the heart. But anyway, we will study it because it is put in the syllabus. Secondly, the blood in earthworm is red in color. That is because it also has got hemoglobin as the pigment. Thirdly, there is no system of artery and vein in this case. So there is no artery or vein, in the sense that because there is no real heart as such, so we don't consider any blood vessel as artery or vein. So the main blood vessel in this is a dorsal blood vessel. Then there is a ventral blood vessel and a subneural blood vessel. And then I will tell you about the heart. So again, the outline of the diagram has already been drawn over here. You can see that we have tried to put the segment numbers. This is mostly, the heart is inside the anterior part, and therefore only the anterior part has been drawn from segment 1 to 14 only. So heart is located only in 1 to 14 segments. And this outline that you see over here is that of the digestive system. The outline that you see is of the digestive system. So here, for instance, this is the 8th segment where the gizzard is supposed to be located. And from here onwards, this part is supposed to be the stomach. And from this segment, 14th segment onward, this is supposed to be the intestine. This is the pharynx in segment number 3, and this is called as esophagus. So let us try to show the blood vessels. As we said, the first blood vessel is the dorsal blood vessel. Now, although there is no system of artery and blood, we are still using color combination. The reason is that the dorsal blood vessel supplies blood to many parts in the anterior region. So this is coming right from the posterior part. We will use a thicker pen. So everywhere it is giving out branches, and the dorsal blood vessel, it supplies or it distributes blood. Okay, then we will see about the ventral blood vessel. Similarly, just as the dorsal blood vessel supplies, this receives the blood and takes it to the posterior part. So this will just draw a diagram, a line like that, which is resembling the ventral blood system. Then there is one more, which is on the two sides, the lateral blood vessels. So they are on the two sides like this, all along like this, and then there is another one that has come from the left and the right. They both join and they become this subneural blood vessel. So let us label this much, whatever we have drawn over here. This is the dorsal blood vessel. This is the ventral blood vessel, and this one is the subneural blood vessel. So the subneural blood vessel is single after the 14th segment, but before to the 14th segment it has actually been joined by two lateral esophageal blood vessels. So we are not bothered much about the circulatory system, more bothered about the heart. So let us forget about this part. Let us focus on the hearts. Okay. So hearts, total 4 pairs. 4 pairs of heart. Okay. Of these, 2 pairs are called as lateral hearts, and 2 pairs are called as lateral esophageal hearts. Now these 2 pairs of lateral hearts in segment 7 and 9, as the 2 pairs of lateral esophageal hearts are in segment 12 and 13. Remember that they are paired. That means one is on the left side, one is on the right side. That is why initially, if you look over here, so we call them as, try to focus on this particular point. We said that these are arches. They are moving from the dorsal to the ventral side, and they are tubular in nature. So they are actually, in some books, they are just described as aortic arches. These are tubular in nature. They are not called hearts, but since it is there in the book, we will describe it. Now this lateral heart, which is there in segment 7 and 9, let us try to show how this will look like, or see how it looks like. We will use another color for that. So this will join from dorsal to ventral in this manner. The 7th one, and the 9th one. So let us take a thicker pen to show this. This one also a thicker pen to show this. So it is collecting the blood from the dorsal to the ventral. 9th also is collecting the blood from the dorsal to the ventral. So let us see how it will look like. This is the dorsal blood vessel. And this is the ventral blood vessel. And here there will be one valve, and here there will be 3 pairs of valves over here. So the lateral hearts have got 4 pairs of valves. The lateral hearts have got 4 pairs of valves, and they are transmitting blood from the dorsal to the ventral side. Whereas let us take a look at the lateral esophageal hearts. Now, for understanding the lateral esophageal heart, we say that there is one more blood vessel, a tiny blood vessel, which is lying above this part here. Let us use another color. So this pink colored structure here is called as supraesophageal blood vessel. Actually, this region is not esophagus, but it is called as supraesophageal blood vessel. So as we have said here that there are 2 pairs of lateral esophageal hearts in 12th and 13th segments. So here what is happening is that from 12th to 13th there will be one heart like this and one heart like this, but they are also receiving the blood from this. Means it is receiving blood. We'll show the another diagram. This one is the ventral blood vessel. This one is the dorsal blood vessel. And this one is the supraesophageal blood vessel. So take a look once again at this. This is the dorsal blood vessel. This is the supraesophageal blood vessel, and this is the ventral blood vessel, and this is the heart. So there will be one valve here, there will be one more valve over here, and there will be another valve over here. So how many pairs of valves are there? 3 valves in pairs. And how many valves are over here? 4 pairs of valves. So let us revise this hearts of earthworm. Hearts of earthworm, there are 4 pairs. Which segments? Segment number 7 and 9 and segment number 12 and 13. Segment number 7 and 9, these are called as lateral hearts. Segment number 12 and 13 are called as lateral esophageal hearts. Lateral hearts, there are 4 pairs of valves. Lateral esophageal hearts, there are 3 pairs of valves. Okay. Let us go back to the diagram over here. So there are pairs 7 and 9. That means the other one is going in this direction. Other one is going in this direction around heart. So where is it getting the blood from? From the dorsal to the ventral. Look at this diagram over here. This is the dorsal blood vessel and this is the ventral blood vessel. So it is carrying blood from the dorsal blood vessel to the ventral vessel, and there are got 4 pairs of valves over here. Which segments are they? 7th and 9th. They are, remember, in the form of tubes. They are slightly muscular. Because of the valves, the blood will not flow from ventral to dorsal. It will always go from dorsal to ventral. Similarly, there are 2 more pairs of valves. These are in segments 12 and 13. So look at this particular diagram. See, this is the similar to the lateral heart, but only thing is it is receiving blood even from the supraesophageal heart. So where is the supraesophageal blood vessel? Just above the stomach, but it is called supraesophageal. Right from 9th segment to 13th segment, this blood vessel is present. It communicates even with these lateral esophageal vessels, but that we are not showing now. So blood from dorsal comes to ventral. Similarly, blood from supraesophageal comes to ventral. So that's why here from supraesophageal it is going into this and it is going to the ventral side. Similarly, from dorsal it is going towards the ventral side, ventral blood vessel. So that is the way in which the blood flows from the dorsal to the ventral, and the ventral blood vessel can then distribute the blood to all the parts. So this is why these are called as the hearts of the earthworm. Remember that earthworm has got a closed circulatory system. Blood is having a pigment which is hemoglobin. However, there is actually nothing called as artery or vein, but we are showing in colors to represent the 2 major blood vessels. So this is what we want to discuss regarding the earthworm. With that, this is Professor Ravindran signing off. Thank you.